Antes desse vídeo começar, eu gostaria de agradecer a todo mundo que está me dando suporte no Patreon. Muito obrigado e bora pro vídeo! Fala aí pessoal, tudo bem? Aqui é o Dragão Mascarado, trazendo mais vídeo de hoje. Gente, continuando, a gente parou aqui em Not for Broadcast. Eita porra, o que está acontecendo?
Oh, thank God you're alive. It's Jenny, the floor manager. Are you okay? Alex, you need to get it together. Look at the broadcast screen. Just look at it. That's all we've been putting out since you went down. You have to fix it, now. Look left, Alex, out the window. See,
Eita porra!
they're all over it, the little bastards. Turn on the Snuggles app by pushing the big red button and it'll tell them for you. Excellent, Alex. We're broadcasting again. They must have built up while you were napping. Usually it only takes a tap on the button to clear one. Look, there's a lone one climbing now. Zap it off before it starts to mess up the signal again.
Mano, que porra é essa?
Great. That seems to be the last of them. For now. Right. We're about a minute out. Get the adverts loaded up. I've got to deal with my pet idiot.
Tá, deixa eu ver.
This has no credibility, Jenny. No professionalism. It's not a mess. Everything is where it should be. It's
Nossa,
ramshackle
para
and characterful,
treinamento
and
dos
I expect you to know the
funcionários.
difference. Of course Megan's place looked lovely, but I can't see it, can I?
Thanks, Jenny. How's lock-in with the boyfriend going?
Nossa, perna longa,
Decided
tudo
to take his
droga.
chances on the wild streets, eh? Rather than endure another romantic comedy.
Jeremy, Jenny says your hair looks stupid.
Yes, I can hear her.
She says she's not talking to you.
Yes, I know, I can hear her.
Shall I count us in?
Make it so.
Okay, 10 seconds. Break a leg, everyone.
Preferably a furry one.
5, 4, 3,
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
and I'm Megan Wolfe. Our main stories tonight.
Snugglefuck, it's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs.
Eita porra.
Snugglehugs toys woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide and began searching for their husbands. The Mr. Snugglehugs we have so short-sightedly destroyed. And now, as this photograph
colocar essa aqui,
suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs. Snugglehugs have been arming themselves with a variety of household implements. All the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up good and tight.
This frightening new development means that even those previously thought to be relatively safe, like the young and fit, must take care to watch their backs and keep their ears
Maria.
open for the soft steps of sinister feet.
Going stir crazy, with signs of Mrs. Snugglehug's batteries running out, and the government lockdown now in its 31st
Os
day,
brinquedos eram problema.
domestic relationships across the country are taking some unexpected turns.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of uncharacteristically bold behaviour in homes across the country. And we're not talking about the model planes that occupy so much time
Oxe.
in the Donaldson household.
With dating options limited, many house sharers, in particular students, are finding
É pra ter apertado
in
alguma coisa?
tenants they'd previously rejected as unfuckable, indulging in an activity that has become
Uou,
known
foi por
as
pouco.
snuggle tugging.
Old dogs, new tricks. Bad boy celibacy Johnny Handsleeves announced today that he just can't wait until this lockdown's over so he can start his new career.
It is, of course, up to each of us to choose how we spend this brief spell of collective unconsciousness. But if this photograph, sent by the man himself, is
Essa
anything
aqui.
to go by, Johnny seems to be making some interesting decisions with regard to his time at home.
Making his announcement by drunkenly shouting at his neighbours from the steps of his capital accommodation, Johnny was heard to repeatedly yell, "I'm gonna open a fucking florist," before failing to get back inside his house and slipping it off over a low hedge. I'll take a dozen roses, Johnny.
The shape of things to come? In their version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants of Doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svorsborgen Horgensvoord and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the surface using flagellized imaging
Right.
equipment.
Many of the Svorsborgen Horgans brood, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination, with a recent vote naming Helvetica Svorsborgen Womensvoord the most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Greetings, Upsiders. This is Times Forsborg and Wongensford reporting from Dante's Taint on our 3,756th day in this miserable fucking cave. Every day is the same. Oh, Is that something new on the wall? Of course it isn't. It never fucking is. And Mum and Dad talking about science all the fucking time. Who cares about science? I'm young. I want to do young people's things like...
Eu podia tirar aquela pra apertar o botão, mas por que você tá fazendo sozinho?
But every eligible partner in this undersea toilet was grown from the same fungal frond as I was, so that's a rocket turn off for stars. Why haven't you come to save us yet? We're practically human, like... Shit, Dad's coming.
It's hard to believe they've been down there so long now.
But everyone knows time moves differently underwater, Jeremy. That's why baths take so long.
That's right. And as anyone will tell you, the deeper the bath,
The quicker the relativistic forces of temporal causality will have a measurable effect upon the fixed dimensional parameters of your environment.
yes, I've said that many times.
Papers, please. With the lockdown becoming ever more rigorously enforced, having a passport is becoming increasingly important, Alex.
The government caused controversy today by announcing a fresh charge of passport fraud with an imaginative form of punishment for those found guilty of this brand new but incredibly serious crime.
In what's being called a draconian measure, the government has reinstated the ancient right of trial by custard. Just like in the old days, if you float, you're executed on the spot. But if you sink, well, you'll go well with profiteroles, Jeremy.
And Advance speaks out. With the snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the world, Advance HQ released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening and that this should be taken as a response to how the people really feel.
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate. But let's not forget, how we behave in our home lives is what really matters.
Let's hope it's not just me who filled out that questionnaire, Jeremy, or we're all in trouble.
Let's play that statement.
Good evening. There are a few things that scare me in life. Spiders, heights, clowns, buttons, obviously, traffic wardens, dying alone, and, of course, Battenberg cake. But you know what doesn't scare me? Mrs. Snugglehugs. That's right. I'm not afraid of her, and neither should you be. Yes, she's smart. In fact, that impossibly large 16-kilobyte chip in her head is
Oh, meu
probably
Deus.
smarter than all of us. And yes, she's fast and agile, and she does appear to be learning, and armed, and moving in gangs that live in hives that they make themselves from toilet paper. And yes, we don't know how long it'll be until their batteries run out. It could be days, weeks, or even months. And no, she doesn't feel pain or remorse. And she'll never stop until she's avenged her husband's death by destroying the human race. But I'm not afraid of a cuddly toy at all. I am a proud citizen of this great nation, and most of us will get through this. So I'm
Meu
not
Deus.
afraid. But I am staying home and closing my doors and windows, blocking the chimney and praying to several deities. Because I'm not scared, but I'm not a fool either. Thank you.
Ridiculous stuff.
Later tonight, Jeremy will be probing heartthrob reporter Patrick Bannon, while I take a deep dive into some controversial opinions with two familiar faces.
And then, in our third segment, and presumably because our editor is also
Nossa, esse já era muito demorado. 5
there's
minutos.
going to be a bloody quiz.
I can't wait.
Don't do that.
And in a moment, Jeremy Grumpelson and I will be asking controversial CEO Sophia Rimington where it all went wrong.
And psychic scientist Dr. Delia Lywell will be joining us, presumably to provide a bit of false hope.
Maybe she'll tell you how you're going to die, Jeremy.
Too late. I'm certain it happened months ago.
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.
Matei per longo.
First tonight, how do we get here? Where are we going? And most importantly, who's to blame?
Joining us from her villa on the island of San Palmerino is CEO and socialite Sophia Remington.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I am loving your hairdo, babe.
And from her crystal healing laboratory in what I assume is a garage in Lower Uppington, Doctor, it says here, Delia Lywell.
Thank you for inviting us on your
What?
show.
Us?
Don't. Miss Remington, your toys are rampaging across the developed world, your company is worth less than my annual salary, and your country's president recently called you a national disgrace. Have you taken your eye off the ball?
Oh, honey, you're so cute when you're angry. The thing with you folks over there is you have an island mentality. You can't see the bigger picture.
What is the bigger picture?
The bigger picture is lithium
Eita.
batteries. Our toys have been running for upwards of 71 days now with no signs of them slowing down whatsoever. Imagine what that means for the future.
It means we don't know when the hell this lockdown's going to end, doesn't it? You don't seriously believe Remington's fist can survive this?
Lithium batteries are gonna change everything, tiny ogre. They're gonna power our new transport system, make technology portable. Hell, they
Eu tô
might
achando que
even
eu tô
take
fazendo
us to
sozinho.
space.
But how can you make them with everyone at home?
Oh, don't you worry about that. Thanks to the work of thousands of tiny hands, they're already pouring off the production line.
Tô achando que o jogo tá bugado.
They're good for Remington's fist.
But surely you have no future.
Excuse
Mano,
me,
sou
hello,
tudo nada aqui.
yes, if we might, this is our area of expertise.
What, multinational economics?
The future, Mr. Donaldson, to which we are all connected.
Yeah, okay, I'll buy it. Why not? There's clearly nothing better to do. So, what does your scientific process tell you about the future of Sophia Remington, Doctor?
We see her on a balcony. Foreign soil, but not foreign land. An age will pass.
Fascinating.
Wasn't it just?
Delia, you are amazing. We have to fly you out here to the island to do that for my guests. You're gonna love
Mano, o jogo tá bugado, tô fazendo sozinho o negócio.
Unfortunately, all flights are grounded because of your tiny, deadly stowaways.
Not all flights, honey. Dee, call me. And you, Maggie. The more the merrier. Bring your swimwear.
Miss Remington, you seem completely ignorant to the seriousness of the situation. Do you take any responsibility at all for the global crisis?
Careful! It's a trap.
It's not a trap. Why are you helping her?
She seems fun.
You bet your ass I'm fun.
Please answer my question, Miss Remington.
Listen, are lithium batteries the most incredible invention the world has ever seen? Probably yes. But,
Nossa, mano.
in fact, who am I
Tá
kidding?
foda
It's
aqui.
definitely yes. But will they last forever? One day, all the Mrs. Snugglehugs will just stop. It'll be like a miracle. And then we can all go back to the grand tradition of buying products again. Because I really don't mind telling you this, it is really hitting our bottom line. Except for sponges. We seem to be selling an assload of them.
Dr. Lywell, do you have an indication of when or how this might end?
Well, it's not an exact science,
Or even a real one.
but our senses tell us that there will come a day when there will be clouds in the sky, the grass will be rich and verdant, and the birds will sing at dawn.
Tô achando que o jogo tá
That
bugado.
shall be the day when we walk forth again.
Eu acho, não tenho certeza.
I find that strangely comforting.
That could literally be any day.
Well, let's hope it's soon.
Clouds, grass, and birds. That's literally every day.
Let's hope it's not too soon. I'm kind of hoping we can make it to the 100 days. It sounds good on a commercial. Besides, if it lifts now, the children will have to go back to working normal hours.
Well, let us ask the eminent professors for 100th then.
No, let's not, eh?
Mas a gente tá
I'll
falando com
drink to
duas
that.
pessoas malucas.
Stay strong and party on.
Sophia Remington, Dr. Delia Lywell, thank you for joining us.
When we come back, we'll be reaching out around the country to see what's really happening out there.
Don't go away. We'll be back after these sandwiches.
Well, she's a Hindenburg-sized fuck-up.
I mean, she's fun at a social level.
I wouldn't want to
que
be on
pariu.
her board.
Christ, no.
Nossa, mano,
Drive that company
eu
into the
apertei sem
fucking
querer.
ground.
Advance knows this.
Apertei qualquer botão que eu vi.
To them while they're young. The
Eita porra.
Hello, mate. It's Dave. You're not going to believe this, but I've decided to come home. Listen, I'll call you back at the next break and we can talk about how I get me job back. Cheers, Alex. See you, mate.
Talk about what's
Oh, shit.
happening at home. taking notes. You wouldn't let your children drift off down the river to uncertain ends.
Yeah, well, it's been a long
Or
time
abandon
coming.
them.
No, exactly. You
to a
said it,
life
I've
of
said
shame
it.
and mockery.
He must know. He's not stupid.
Why under your pillow?
I want it getting back to him that it came from us. Hey, no, Jenny. You're not backing
Mas
out
os
on me
bichinhos
now.
escalando.
We're in this together. Yeah, get him. I've made the cake. You're on the balloons. I've got no idea how old he is. 40? 17? Yeah, ready. Okay, coming back.
Tem uma mão vermelha.
5, 4, 3. Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Roof. Now it's time to take a trip around the country to hear how the lockdown might impact the nation from some friendly faces. Joining me are respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James's Kites, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks, Megan. It really is a pleasure, Katie. I enjoyed our little heated encounter.
I wish I could say the same.
So first off, Katie, how are you coping?
I'm holding up okay. The lockdown directive was so sudden that, like many people, I haven't been able to get home.
Isso não é
What
lockdown.
happened?
I was staying at a hotel after an international policy convention, and we had a particularly heavy night out. You know what economists are like.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept, and ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me.
Eita porra.
My tour has been cancelled
Porque eu dei sem querer.
and I've had to refund every single ticket, even the cheap seats.
Oh, Alan, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, people are being quite rude about it. They don't seem to realise I've already spent it filling the beach house with beef.
The crisis claims yet another victim.
So, this is just a reminder that my book, Alan James's Reich, is now available in paperback.
Unbelievable.
What was that?
You're unbelievable.
So, Katie, how do you think this might affect the economy? Should we be worried?
Very, Megan. Not to sound dramatic, but this could be catastrophic. Unemployment has skyrocketed, and frankly, it will be a miracle if a lot of businesses can survive this.
There you go, scaremongering again, spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they want. They want us quiet. They want us compliant. And they want us inside.
A hoax? How on earth can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
Well, no, but
Did you know 3,000 people die every year from regular toys?
Oxe,
That's a lot of people. And this is
nossa
no
cara só
different.
fala besteira.
You're just as likely to be hunted down by a yo-yo or a tennis racket.
He makes an excellent and persuasive point, Katie.
Don't listen to her, Katie. The press are the enemy of truth.
she's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute shit.
And I must be wrong.
Alan, are you now recanting your statement that these toys aren't dangerous?
People are saying they're just like normal toys, and that simply isn't true. Corrupt media lies.
And Katie, how do you respond to Alan's claims that Mrs. Snugglehugs might be dangerous after all?
I suppose I guess I'm agreeing with him.
Hã?
Katie, I appreciate your support. A lot of folks are saying this Mrs.
Como é que é?
Snugglehead situation will all blow over.
Mas eu trouxe um sanduíche.
Yes, right, exactly. We need decisive action from the government. We need huge financial support to protect our workers and our businesses. We need to support the vulnerable, and we need
To repent. Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on ourselves with all our liberal indulgences like art, cake, and healthcare. We need to act now and begin sacrificing our firstborns, or to push a beloved family pet.
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come together as a community and
Mano,
perform the
tá comendo
ritual,
sanduíche.
hopefully we will appease the great ancient. Katie, could it be any worse?
Luckily, over the past few years under Advance, they've invested heavily into health. So
Tô
the
tentando
system
entender o que tá acontecendo aqui.
can bear the strain.
Is it lucky that the Llama Lords have unleashed a horde of man-made monsters on its own people to conceal the enemy within?
Will
Whoa.
you just stop for 5 fucking seconds?
The Global Alliance of Fish People are amassing an army. Amassing an army to kidnap
That's you. That's what you sound like. That's you. That's what you sound like.
But
Meh.
I
Meh.
the
Meh.
the
Meh.
I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
You do, Alan. You do sound like that.
And that's why no one wants to be your friend.
I've got loads of friends.
No, you
O que
haven't.
tá fazendo?
I don't think you do, Alan.
Yeah, stop lying, Alan.
I'm not lying. You are.
Oh, good one.
You are.
Oh, good one.
Well, I'm telling.
Alan James,
Alan, you know
Casey Brightman, thank you for joining me. Some real food for thought there from two of the territory's leading minds.
Ah, o outro ali.
Any moment now, I'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute report of the status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you for what I'm sure was a reasonable debate which really contributed to the national conversation. Next, out on the streets, someone who's always doing exactly that. It's Patrick Bannon. Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello. I'm here live. Apologies for the quality of the broadcast today. Couldn't find any cameramen or women brave enough to come and join me, so I'm out here on my own.
Right, and can you tell us what it's like out there?
Yep, I can. It's as you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted. And my question, Jeremy, is just how long? I mean, could there be danger lurking just around the corner, waiting to end the fledgling career of this young, promising journalist before his full potential?
Tem certeza que tá lá de fora? Faz uma foto?
Underappreciated by management, and frankly,
Eu poderia estar com uma esponja no terno.
underpaid.
I don't think there's any danger of that, Patrick. What's that on your jacket there?
Well, that's actually a sponge. What I've done here is made a snug
ele falou.
jacket, Jeremy. The network didn't bother sending me any PPE, so I've been forced to improvise. In fact, showing the
Agora eu tô lendo o texto que ele está falando.
an ideal candidate for, I don't know, for example, an anchor position starting whenever they'd like.
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets?
Not safe at all, Jeremy. Not safe at all. I'd recommend people staying inside, following government advice, and not putting themselves at any risk at all. Unless, of course, like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street, on the street.
Ele tá na rua.
Which street?
I think I'm struggling to hear you, actually, Jeremy, there.
Which street? Which street are you on?
Oh, which street am I on? Oh, God. I'm just looking for a sign. There it is. I'm on Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue?
Yep.
Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the sign, it says there.
Like Patrick Bannon?
Oh, yeah, that's strange. That's a weird sign. I don't know what's going on there.
Ele tá mentindo.
I'm on Bannon. Alright, fine, I'm not on Bannon Avenue. I'm at home, to be honest. Alright, fine. I'm in my bathroom.
Ah, sabia.
I couldn't face it, to be honest, mate. It's it's terrible out there. I don't want to go outside. They're everywhere. I'm sorry for lying.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
You hear that sound?
I can, yes. I'm no expert, Patrick, but it sounds unmistakably like a tiny
Mano, ele
fist
tá com
tapping on your
esponjas
door
no
there.
terno.
Oh, fuck, it does. Oh, fuck, Jeremy, shit, no! Oh, bollocks.
Perhaps there's a small queue of tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household implement, ready to bash in the heads of lying little roving reporters.
But you're lying, aren't you? Oh, shit.
Eu deixei passar
Listen to me, you bastards! If you're out there, just...
alguns palavrão.
You little fucking snuggle fuck! I'm too talented to die! I'm too talented to die! What the hell? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off.
Tá porra.
What do you see, Patrick? What do you see, Patrick?
I see only the devil. I see only Satan. Oh God, no. Come into all this.
Eita porra.
Thank you, Patrick, for that report, showing the nation, and more importantly, management, just where you belong. It's time for another break, but when we come back, we'll be happy to take your mind off the world for a little while, and who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us after this.
Hã?
You're damn right. Yeah. Yes, to Bannon Avenue.
Extra exciting festive Yule. Alright, mate. Dave here. I've run into a few problems getting back. Although not as bad as yours. It looks like you've got one loose in the studio.
Eita, tem bichinho aqui.
On the head if it gives you any trouble. It's pretty bad here too, mate. They've got on board.
Mano, tá acontecendo lá fora?
Worse. Chef's down and we're out of rum. Not sure I'm gonna make it to sobriety or dry land. If I had a missus, I'd ask you to tell her that I love her.
Eu não faço nada aí pra continuar o jogo. Se você quiser aquele jornalista, já era.
Still, at least I'm outdoors, eh?
With Neil appeal, as the astronaut once said to me.
Esse outro também já era. Por que tá acontecendo lá fora, mano?
Sometimes you're the alien and sometimes you're the cow.
Hã?
No, I'm not. I'm not going to. I don't have to. No, you're being a child. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not, I'm not, I'm not, I'm not. Huh? No.
Toma.
5, 4, 3.
Mano!
Welcome back to the National Nightly. Well, welcome back anyway. We know isolation isn't easy, so finally tonight we have something a bit different for you. Even though some people felt it's not our job to entertain the public with absolute nonsense, other, more important people overruled those people. So it's time to find out who will National Nightly win and who will National Nightly lose. So, how do we play? Well, joining me is a man who knows all about playing. It's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
All right, Johnny. It's good to see ya.
And how are you finding the lockdown, Tommy?
What do you mean lockdown?
The enforced isolation of everyone in the country.
Ah, yeah. I think I heard about that. Actually, yeah.
You're in bed, Tommy.
Yeah. You called during nap time, so.
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played?
Well, it's pretty simple, Jeremy, you sausage.
Toma.
I'm gonna ask contestants
Manda esse bichinho chato.
territory 3 questions about what else, yours truly. And those people are gonna get a chance to win a very special prize.
And what are they playing for, Tommy?
Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Jeremy.
Oh.
Jeremy. Thank you. This.
Is that? What is that?
It's my athletic support, Jeremy.
Foi mal, gente.
But I've signed it, so.
Oh, well then, what a fantastic prize.
Have we got anybody waiting to win this once in a lifetime prize, Jimmy?
I believe we have Angie on the line. How do you feel about winning this man's old pants, Angie?
I've never been so excited, Jeremy. And can I just say,
Toma.
I love you, both of you.
Well, you've said it now, haven't you?
Oh, Angie, I love you. In a way.
Toma.
Tell us about yourself, Angie.
Well, what can I say? My name is Angie, or as has
Toma.
I'm a human woman, and my dental hygiene has been described as acceptable.
Brilliant! Right, well, shall we get this shambles underway?
Absolutely, John. Can I get 30 seconds?
Nossa, tá gravando reportagem na cama.
We haven't got a clock.
Yeah, I did ask for a clock. So,
Well, why don't you start, and I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right, here we go. Time starts now. Question 1. When is my birthday?
The 13th of August at 7:19 a.m.
That is absolutely correct. Question 2. What? I said, what is my favourite colour?
Não sei.
Flushed praline 4.
Correct, the colour of my nipples. And finally,
Huh?
Angie dear, what is my star sign?
That's a trick question. You were born outside of the human understanding of the cosmos.
Unbelievable, that is correct. Stop the clock.
Como é que é?
Wow, that really was tough to watch. How did you do, Tommy?
Well, Angie, my love, you got every single question right. Which of course means you lose and win absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie. Bye. Do we have another contestant on the line at Jelly Bean?
We do indeed. We should have Sonia Artleach.
Ah, eu pensei que já era pra
Are you
mudar.
there, Sonia?
Of course I am, Jamie, darling.
Thank you for being here.
Olha aqui, ó.
Oh, there you are, Tommy. Mwah.
Let me guess, you work in theatre, don't you?
Is it that obvious? What gave it away? Was it the glamour or poise?
It certainly wasn't your inherent sense of humility.
Toma.
Tell us about yourself, Sonia.
Oh, well,
What?
if you must play this game, I am a theatrical agent. I
Nossa,
represent
bichinho
the
chato.
likes of Rudy Beefman, Samuel Coffee Cup, and Jodie Carpetburn, amongst others.
And how's the lockdown affected you, Sonia?
Well, they may have closed the theatres, shut the studios,
Toma.
and boarded the cinemas, but they won't get me that easily.
How are you managing without any work?
Due to a savvy clause in all of my artist contracts, I am able to claim
Toma.
my 15% from their
Whoa.
unemployment benefit.
Wow, that certainly is sharp.
Standard stuff, standard stuff.
And can I ask, where are you speaking to us from?
Well, I work from home, you know, to keep costs down.
And who's this?
Oh, well, you know, when they gave the order, I was actually mid-meeting with the client, so we've been isolated.
Acho que eu bati nele 2 vezes.
No fucking way!
What the fucking fuck?
Is that Tommy Harris? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
Actually, Jeff, we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy?
We've got time, we've got time.
Well, if it's not too bold, I think I am in love with you, Mr. Harris.
No, it's not too bold. That's all right, don't worry.
Hey, I'd love to show you some of my stuff. I've been working on some new shit.
Well, at least you're already aware.
During lockdown, we've been
Opa.
ideas for much younger children, haven't we?
People still let you near their children, do they?
Não, gente.
Right, yeah. I've been developing some shows for younger children.
Well, we'd love to see it, wouldn't we, Gerbil?
Absolutely dying to.
Right, so, what do kids love?
Timely child support payments from their
Shallow and overproduced musical numbers.
That's right. Animals! So, I'm trying to address the things that kids need to know, but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I think, yes. I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best, aren't you?
Ah, merda.
Yeah. So, the first one we've been working on is called The King of the Jungle's Mortgage Repayments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest rates.
I see. Does he have a broker?
He does, yes. He's a porcupine. How did you know that?
Well, your work is universal, darling. It speaks to people.
I'm going to say something to you, mate. I think you're onto something here.
Oh, the bear,
Oh,
you
yes, right. This one is much better. So, this one tells the tale of Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is a very sad bear, because all of the other bears
Dá pra bater nele como se fosse uma bola de vôlei.
tell him that his plays are lazy and derivative.
I think you're onto something there.
Now, Mr. Bear is a tragic figure. Picture this. He's at his lowest ebb. The trees are closing in. He can't even face
Mano, o
his
bichinho virou uma bolinha de vôlei.
But then he meets someone that will change his life forever.
This is fucking gripping.
That's right. He meets a wise old octopus who takes him under his wing and says, "No, Mr. Bear, don't be sad. You're not like all the other bears. You have this ambition and these dreams."
Such fucking dreams.
I think I love you, Jeff.
And what you need to do, Mr. Bear, says the octopus, probably doing an 8-armed gesture or something.
What you need to do to find happiness in this crazy old forest is you need to set yourself more realistic goals. It's called Mr. Bear Lowers His Expectations.
Wow. You really have taken yourself to new depths. And what do you want children to take away from this?
Oh, fuck shit, fuck.
What?
I said a more realistic worldview.
Are you all right, Jamboree?
It's Jeffrey. My name is Jeffrey Donington.
No, stop. How does it end? We need to know how it ends.
Well, all the animals learn a thing or two about inevitable mediocrity.
And Mr. Bear settles down near to his parents' cave, stops trying to make his band happen, and he goes into bear telemarketing.
Becomes a bear maths teacher.
Oh, and we end... We
Vixe,
end
Maria.
on a big musical number. Oh, there's dancing. It's very repetitive, so it's catchy but not too challenging.
Ah, não dá pra bater mais 3
Well,
vezes.
if you like, I could go and
Não
get
dá
my
sim.
boombox.
Yeah, you know, I might be able to... Hang on, can we get Angie back?
Why not? The more the merrier, as they say at orgies.
Right, I'll just fill then, shall I?
Oxi.
Coming up in a moment, it's the world premiere that nobody saw coming.
Lights!
Or wanted.
Whoa.
At all. I can only apologise in advance for what we're all about to endure.
You turn this shitting thing up.
Well, there's all sorts of creatures down on Dangly Doodle Farm. Like wise old Mr. Octopus with way too many arms. There's Mr. Pig and Mr. Cow. They're always in good mood.
Oxi.
But that's 'cause they don't know they'll soon be sliced up into food. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to turn into despair. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your dreams go to die. Mr. Raccoon wants to go to the moon. He'll end up as a bus driver soon. Mr. Porcupine thinks he'll read the news at 9. He'll end up as a janitor who stinks of turpentine.
Eu não sei como fazer comentar.
Thought he'd own a massive house, ended up in a bedsit where he can't control the louse. Mr. Horse thought he'd go into professional sports, now he's an alcoholic and he's on his 3rd divorce. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the place your life becomes an endless questionnaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to die. Lower your expectations. Maybe you could get a job in telecommunications. No matter how you try, you'll never reach the League of Nations. The best you'll get is middle rank in trading operations. So lower your expectations. You'll never win an Oscar, so there's no congratulations. The future that is coming will not meet specifications, and no amount of visualizations will save you from your own deterioration. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's a tramp who thought he'd be a multi-millionaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where self-esteem goes to die. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the disappointment that is waiting everywhere. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your schemes go to die. That's where your dreams go to die. That's where dreams go to die.
That seems to have pretty much run its course. That's all we have time for tonight. But before we go, I just wanted to leave you with this final thought. And by you, I actually mean you, Alex. Up in the broadcast room, making sure we all look our best and keeping the signal strong and the language mild. And Alex is damn good at it. Alex is our invisible foundations. You at home can't see them, but they're always there, keeping us afloat. Of course we can see you, Alex. I saw you the other day in the corridor. Do you remember? I tried to catch your eye, but I think you must have been deep in thought because you just sort of walked past me like I wasn't there. I try and sit in your eye line in the canteen some days. Every day, if I'm honest. I know it's wrong, I know you're married.
Mano, os bichinhos pulam.
I found out about the fact that you risked being arrested to help Chris. And that you stretched yourself to let Susie go travelling.
Eita porra.
And you're no pooper of a parent either. You kept Charlie safe, even if he resents you for it. At least that's what he told me when I talked to him. Oh, don't worry, Alex. I wore a disguise. And I spoke like this so he wouldn't recognise my famous voice. I'm not crazy, Alex. I don't want you to think I would ever do anything to hurt Charlie or Susie. Sam's lucky.
Eita porra.
Lucky to have you, Alex, but if something happened, could you possibly love me? I mean, if Sam had a terrible accident, obviously not now. I know you love your family, but if something happened, say Sam took a massive electric shock and went into some sort of coma, could you love me then? Could you? Would you, please? My name's Megan Wolf. Have a deceitful night.
Como é que é?
And we're out. God, I'll tell you something. It was like a God-given relief being able to use my own voice there for a second. I've been doing this posh gobshite's voice for 10 years now. It's messing with me something fierce. Will we go for a gargle tonight, Jenny? Go on. Oh, come on, you dry shite. They're only toys. Will we?
Droga, mano, é muita coisa acontecendo no jogo, eu nem consigo prestar atenção.
I will wait for Alex to wake up from that coma. Alex.
Hã?
Hello. Wake up. Wake up.
Alex, wake up! Wake up!
Que merda é essa?
Wake up, Alex! Alex! Wake up! Wake up!
Sequência, a mais. Mundo, blá blá blá. Transmissão, deixa eu ver. Pera aí. Eles invadiram a transmissão. Invadiram a transmissão. Aqui, ó.
Behind me, the streets are potential as even realised. Will he die? Underappreciated by management, and frankly, if you ask.
What's that on your jacket there?
Oh, that's actually a sponge. What I've done here is made a snuggle-proof jacket, Jeremy. The network didn't bother sending me any PPE, so I've been forced to improvise. In fact, showing the sort of resourcefulness that would make me an ideal candidate for, I don't know, for example, an anchor position starting whenever they'd like.
From your point of view, Patrick.
Inside, following.
Pera aí.
Which street?
I think I'm struggling to hear you actually, Jeremy. There.
Which street? Which street are you on?
Oh, which street am I on? Oh god. I'm just looking for a sign. There it is. I'm on Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue?
Yep.
Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the sign. It says there.
Like Patrick Bannon?
Oh yeah, that is like, that's strange. That's a weird sign. I don't know what's going on there.
Where are you really?
I'm on Bannon. Alright, fine. I'm not on Bannon Avenue. I'm at home, to be honest. Alright, fine. Well, I'm in my bathroom technically, but you know, I couldn't face it, to be honest, mate. It's it's terrible out there. I don't want to go outside. They're everywhere.
Mano.
I'm sorry for lying.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
Can you hear that sound? What the hell's that?
I can, yes. I'm no expert, Patrick, but it sounds unmistakably like a tiny fist tapping on your door there.
Oh, it does. Oh, fuck. No!
Perhaps there's a small queue of tiny fists,
Mano,
each wielding a different
agora é o
gender household
momento.
implement, to bash in the heads of lying little roving reporters.
No, you're lying, aren't you? Oh, listen to me, you. If you're out there, pissed off, you little snuggle. I'm too talented to die. Oh, what the hell? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oh God.
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off. What do you see, Patrick?
Meu Deus.
Thank you, Patrick, for that report.
Mano, o que foi isso? Mano, o jogo tá muito errado. A cara que eu tô fazendo. Deixa eu voltar. Bora continuar. Meu Deus. Dia 153. Um brusco despertar. Ah! Daqui a pouco o bip com o passado do monitor cardíaco traz você de volta à consciência, de olhos abertos, você é saudado por um semicírculo de rostos preocupados. Só sua família, mas autorizante. Você pisca algumas vezes para espantar a sonolência, colocar todos no foco. Você sente uma mão na sua cena, como do seu lado, a expressão dela compreensiva, preocupante, de alguma forma afetuosa. Sabe que você quer bem, nunca duvidei por um segundo. Você aperta a mão dela para piscar. Se cruzar com aquele Busman, a sua preocupação até descendo desaparece um pouco. Só Deus sabe que você já tem problemas suficientes na sua saúde jogado nessa mistura. Vocês dão um último sorriso para ela e voltam para o resto da sua família. E voltam para o resto da sua família. Ah, tá. Assim que percebe a ausência da Suzy, você vê Charlie agitado, claramente tentando disfarçar a preocupação. Você se vira para Charlie e vê o tenso com a preocupação. Então, é claro que eu estou. Então, você está bem, né? Claro. Charlie olha para você sorrir, um daqueles sorrisos que tem no ambiente, sempre com o tempo perto, desaparece assim, sua mãe, pai, depois olha nela. Apesar de seus esforços, ela não é bem ultimamente. Tá tudo bem? Você vai chamar, retira, beijado de vaneio, ela se vira para você sorrir, você agradece por ter mamãe. Casamento, surpreendente, sim, pelo parece ser centenário, ela pergunta como se sente. Excelente, não está dando sério, somente um pequeno choque no antigo sistema, com o perdão do trocadilho a sorrir. Porém, não recomendamos que você faça daquele tipo de novo. Depois de alguns dias, descanse em casa, você está novo em algumas coisas. Ela se vira para sair, mas para na porta. Sobre o quarto particular de tratamento, a médica compra suas acomodações, que agora você vê que são bastante caras. Foi tudo pago pelo Sr. Busman. Ele deixou aquelas flores, disse que você não precisa se preocupar e já resta a semana de folga. Ele virá na segunda-feira, aparentemente. É o mínimo que ele poderia fazer. Se é tudo pago. Dia 180. Um fardo para carregar. Você chega em casa tarde, encontra a luz da cozinha ainda acesa, quando estamos sendo um sinal. Geralmente todos estão na cama essa hora, você abre atentamente, encontra sendo sentada na mesa, diante dela uma bagunça de pontos e papéis, bons, o que parece um pacote de biscoitos aberto. Ela dá um beijo rápido quando você sente o ódio dela. Sam faz a teste, volta a atenção para papéis. Você está conferindo as contas de novo. Ela olha para a porta de despesa, agora convertida no quarto da mãe. Nós vemos o melhor que pudemos, mas acho que a Cassandra realmente precisa de uma enfermeira para cuidar dela agora. De repente você consegue ver os boletos. Passei a noite vendo as contas, pulando, pegando sua mão. Não tenho que pagar muito, eu sinto muito. A mesa do conjunto se transforma em gelatina diante dos seus olhos. A mesa da cozinha se transforma. Santos levanta e abre os mais, você consegue pensar em Sam. É que não tem condições. Você olha para a porta do quarto. Amanhã eu trago contar para as crianças, depois ainda dará de transição. O que mais pode ter feito? Meu Deus. Ai, meu Deus, aquele programa. Aquele das pessoas... Você vai passar a noite fora trabalhando, estar na casa, a casa é toda sua, você quer rir, então você é comédia. Mas você ainda quer assistir uns terror. Você quer se relaxar. Vou rir, isso é uma comédia. Não é comédia de altos e baixos, mas piada do forno, de chorar de rir. Quando enxuga sua lágrima, você acaba refletindo no brilho na TV. Sobre o momento você pega o objeto iluminário quando se lembra do brilho que você deixou. Encontrou o presente da Suzy. Ao observar mais perto, você se surpreende de descobrir que o presente na verdade é um isqueiro com o nome Chip Cavalo. Diz que é um apelido carinhoso. Você não acha que você aprovaria isso? O Beitsu explica: no Irquistão a arte de acender fogueiras é uma tradição celebrada há muito tempo. Infelizmente seu souvenir que bom que você lembrou dele. Pulando mais alguns dias. Dia 232, o silêncio. Vixe Maria. Mas então, gente, já deu bastante coisa pro vídeo de hoje. Foi bastante loucura que aconteceu. Espero que você tenha curtido o vídeo de hoje. Não esqueça de deixar o like, se inscrever no canal e compartilhar esse vídeo para que mais pessoas possam ver. Falou!